So cool, right. Oh, so kia ora koutou. So, ko John Campbell te koinua. I guess probably the best way to describe or introduce myself is say I am a typical person. My whakapapa, my background is typical of the young people community that we work with. So I was raised in a whānau that was identified itself as being Kiwi rather than being Māori. So our whakapapa is a mixture of Scots, English, Ngāti Parau, we've just discovered, and my children are what we call fruit salad or boil up. So my daughters are a mixture of Ngāpui, Ngāti Parau, Niuean, Samoan, English, Scottish, whakapapa. But they would identify as being Māori, which is wonderful. So I was brought up in an environment where things were Māori, but we were raised to be, I guess, more Pākehā. So, and brought up again rural, and then we made the shift to an urban environment. So in some ways, the work that I'm involved in now, I'm reflective of many of those young people where my identity somehow, in terms of being Māori, was lost over a number of generations as a mixture of, I guess, a number of colonising factors, including probably one of the significant ones. We had a grandfather who converted to Christianity in the 1920s, which was great for the whānau and great for him because it changed a number of really negative, but that was what the identity became. So Southland farmer, Christian community, and being Māori wasn't something to be proud of. So we really only reconnected when we moved back up north in terms of our whakapapa, and my dad made some moves in terms of just reconnecting and learning reo, and out of that just passed on that love of that desire to be Māori, well, both him and my mum for us kids. And so that's a journey that we've been on. So and so again, I'm probably like, I actually came into Autoho, the organisation I work for, because I was a young person living in Christchurch. I didn't feel like quite fitted. I lived in a good example, when I went to school, would come from the rural far north, and it was a very white community. And so I got told to change for sports and PE. So I went outside, took my shoes and socks off. Everyone else came out in these beautiful, immaculate white uniforms. And thought, we do things differently here. And so I spent most of my secondary school years actually till I reconnected with Tōrahau, actually trying not to be Māori. And so, but when I was about 17, I joined Tōrahau, which is where I currently work, and all of a sudden I had Māori role models and leaders, and so we're back on that journey again. So that's been over the last 25 years. I started here as a young person and sort of shifted into youth work, youth development, and sort of now leading community development and youth work. So that's a bit of my whakapapa, I guess, where I come from. And I guess that's where it resonates, because most of our kids who come through here, or we get engaged with, there might be Māori in terms of name, they might be Māori in terms of colour, but they're not in terms of actually, do I know where I'm from, do I know my whakapapa, do I have a sense of pride in who I am? So there's that sense of disconnection, and I guess part of our role is the first thing is actually to reconnect in terms of identity, or creating tūranga waiwai, just a place to stand and be yourselves. So I guess that's why I have an empathy for urban Māori and urban communities. Yeah.
So yeah, hello Louis. So you're gonna do the whole whakapapa, hello I'm Louis stuff?
No, sure. Where do I start? Ko pirongi e te maunga, ko waipa te awa, ko tainui te waka, ko te taumata o Parawera te marae, ko Louis taku ingoa. My background. Okay, my background is in a former life where I've worked in the field of psychology, and have worked in the fields of Māori health, education, and had my own private practice in therapeutic practice over the years, and currently now working in Te Wānanga Aotearoa as a kaiako in kaitiakitanga. And kaitiakitanga is focused on bicultural supervision.
Kia ora ko Clayton taku ingoa. My name is Clayton. I come from Auckland. Auckland, but my whakapapa, my roots come from Te Awamutu, and that is in the Waikato region. Ko whare puhunga te maunga, ko pūni te awa, ko tainui te waka, ko Aotearoa te marae, ko raukawa ki whare puhunga te hapu. Can I translate that?
Mauriora.
Tihei Mauriora.
Absolutely.
So my mountain is Whare Puhunga, which is situated just south of Maunga Tautari and north of Lake Taupo. My awa is Pūniu, which runs down from the Whare Puhunga Maunga past my marae, which is Aotearoa. That is about 30 minutes south east of Te Awamutu. And my sub-tribe, my hapu, is Raukawa ki Whare Puhunga, which is in the Raukawa region. My iwi, my tribe, is Raukawa, who is the ancestor who descends from the canoe, which is Tainui, which is the waka that came to New Zealand from Hawaii. Yeah.
Awesome. Because so often people hear somebody do their pepeha like that and they're like, what did they say? Yeah. I'm always going, oh yeah, my maunga, that's where, you know, I can look across the land and see my maunga sticking up.
It's the
and
first
I know
thing, yeah.
I can find my mountain to get home.
Yes. It's the first thing you can see. It's your point of reference.
Yeah. And then our awa, our river, or our moana, our sea, lets people know where we're from. So if I say that my moana, my sea, is Kaipara, because I'm from the Kaipara Harbour, everybody sits there and goes, yay, she's bringing this fish and that fish. Or if it's someone says, oh yeah, Arahura ki awa, my river is Arahura, they're all sitting there going, white bait, they'll be bringing white bait. So it talks about our food basket, I suppose, as well, as well as how we can escape by water from people if we need to, or find our way home by water if we need to.
Yeah, definitely.
We can be a stronger swimmer because we're from a river and there's no salt to hold us up, maybe.
Yeah.
It can be all sorts.
You can get the pounamu if you're from the Arahura.
This one's from Makawhio. It's Aotea from Makawhio.
Oh wow.
Awesome,
That's
eh?
beautiful.
It is, eh?
Blue.
It's blue, exactly. Exactly.
Wow.
Have you ever seen anything
That's the
like
first
it?
time.
I know. Everybody goes, is that plastic? No. So, yeah, such a laugh. Anthony and I decided we'd have one of these each. Because as grandparents getting together and have a relationship, you don't want to do engagements and marriages and weddings and all of that sort of stuff when you've got a whole lot of grandchildren running around who would benefit from your time that wasn't being spent organising a wedding or anything. So we thought we'd do something traditional, and we this was from the same stone. I met a gorgeous young man after we got them who'd carved them. But I didn't realise until Anthony's brother pointed it out to me. He goes, oh, that's really cool. Yeah, you've got the whale tail, you've got paikia. Oh, yeah, he's got tangaroi, he's got the fish hook. Yeah. So he caught you on his hook, eh?
That's a good one.
I was like, oh, no. I didn't even think of that.
That's a real good one.
Put me in my place. Get you to the kitchen. It's like, oh. Isn't that so funny?
Cool. It's fitting.
I know. That's some other stuff, that we do that's kind of traditional.
Yeah. So important.
Yeah.